night. And then today I'm doing Labradorite. So I will start by showing you guys a picture of some of my Labradorite. Here's a piece of Labradorite. It's very reflective. I don't know if you can see this on scope, but it's very reflective. You can see like little blue flecks. And that is because, ooh, here comes the sun. Maybe you can see it better if I get it in the sun. And here's a couple other pieces. That is because Labradorite is a feldspar. Ah, so pretty. And here's another really pretty piece. So to me, and in my opinion, the crown chakra is mainly a white color or a purple color, but I think of Labradorite as being a crown chakra stone because that's how it feels to me when I use it. It feels very connected to source energy and to the different elements that we find in our crown chakra. It's pretty hard. It's a hardness of between 6 to 6.5. So again, you can use this one in like when you're making your gem elixirs, which I cover in the class on how to do that. But it's basically where you're infusing the crystal in your water, and there's, you know, fun sacred ways to do that. But it's hard enough to do that. It's hard enough to put in your bath as well. So, which I love to do with mine. Its structure is triclinic. It's mainly sourced in Canada, Madagascar, Mexico, Russia, and the US, and it was actually named after a peninsula in Canada because it was discovered back in 1770 by some missionaries that came into Canada. That's where they discovered it. Now, there's also like a grayish black labradorite as well, and it's called larvikite. I only have this in a bracelet form. I got into the jewelry because as I was learning about the crystals, I wanted all of them. And I didn't know how to have all of them on. Oh yeah, this is so pretty. It's faceted, so it really, and the sun's coming in, so it's really picking up the colors. So I started making them so I could have my crystals all on me instead of, you know, putting all the pieces in a pouch or carrying them in my pockets. This way I can, like this is clear quartz and this is moonstone, and oh, I actually have a labradorite on with a little charm. Oh, the sun's coming in perfect for you guys. So really, really pretty. The lure of labradorite was that they would use it in Russia and the missionaries back in the 1700s. Thank you. It is pretty. So the meanings of labradorite is that it's known as, and you will probably read this in a lot of books, and it's been my experience as well, is that it's the gemstone of magic. When you're wanting to bring in magic into your life, or if you are doing any type of like a full moon ceremony, I love to do labradorite. Healing for my clients, when I'm putting crystals on them, I always have a labradorite involved because I believe in bringing in that energy of magic, right? And that everything's possible. And I believe that even more now as my son's healing from his brain injury. I believe it more than ever. He went from being like in a completely waking coma, unresponsive. I felt like he was a vegetable, to now he laughs and he cries and he just has so much personality. And Mom, I finally saw you joined. That's awesome. Thank you for being here. Cool. So I believe in this magic. He's med-free. His seizures has stopped, and just he is still on a G-tube, and he is still definitely healing. It has been a process, but I'm to the point in my healing process that I can see the beauty in it rather than the devastation in it. I don't know if that makes sense. You can't see me. Well, I'm in the next room, so I promise I'm here. So that is what I love about labradorite, is that it's the stone of magic. So it's an amazing stone to meditate with, to do healings with, to do your full moon ceremonies with. I know, laugh out loud. I don't know why she can't see me. And what is so neat about labradorite is, as you can see how reflective it is. Oh, there's the sun. It's perfect for you guys. Of course, you can't see it, Mom. But it is. So it also does that for us. It helps us with very deep reflection, and it brings our it brings our subconscious conscious, right? So if we are wanting to do that deeper work, sometimes we talk about it working with our shadow side. It helps to bring that up, you know, because we're ready to see it and we're ready to learn. So we're ready to grow from it. Hi, Sherry. Thanks for joining. We were just talking about Labradorite and how Labradorite helps to bring the unconscious conscious. And it doesn't always have to be the shadow side. It could be a trauma, but it's something that you're ready to see and you're ready to heal. And it's also very protective. So it's not going to bring up anything that you're not ready for, per se. That's been my experience. It's very gentle. Yeah, I mean, I love Labradorite. I think that's why, oh, thanks for inviting your followers, Sherry. This is good information. I think Labradorite is, well, for one, it's beautiful. That's one of my favorites. And it goes with a lot of things. Yeah, isn't that gorgeous? I'll show a couple of my pieces again. This one I love because it's flat on this side. So I can really, when I'm working with my clients and doing healing work on them, I can just lay it on their head and it's really nice. And then I can take like my selenite wand to really direct that energy and amplify it. And here's a couple other pieces. Can you tell the sun's like doing weird things here? Only took 3 days. Good, she can see. Mom can see. Okay. Yes, Sherry, it is. In my opinion, it's a crown chakra stone. It really helps doing that deep subconscious work. Because of the color, though, it does also work the throat chakra, too. It does help with communication, and communication in the way of communicating with your higher self. So if you're dealing with an imbalance in your throat or your crown chakra, Labradorite is an amazing stone to use. And sometimes, like when you're dealing with an imbalance in your crown chakra, you may have like poor memory, poor vision, what you see, you might have perception issues, obsessions, nightmares, difficulty concentrating, headaches, invalidation, like your intuition may not be jiving really well. See that sun is just like moving behind these clouds and it's doing weird things. So that is kind of when your crown chakra is out of balance, and will help it. And that's an underactive crown chakra, and an overactive crown chakra may even result in like hallucinations, mental imbalance. You know, they might be dealing with some bipolar or some other things when your crown chakra is out of balance. So this is a great stone to help with that. Of course, it's not going to cure it. I believe that our body has its own natural ability to heal, and we use these different holistic tools along with conventional tools, whatever you feel intuitively works for you, to help support your body healing. I don't just do crystals, for example, with Will or myself. I also do essential oils, which brings me, if you're working with that crown chakra, I love the oil frankincense. Frankincense breaks that blood-brain barrier, and especially when you're working, you know, because also with crown chakra would be like my son's, like brain injury, brain cancer, anybody working, anything up in here is going to be crown chakra, right? So I love frankincense for that. I love like the corpse pose or headstands. It's related to our pituitary gland. Thanks for joining, guys. I'm just kind of wrapping up. We're talking about Labradorite today and the healing properties of Labradorite. And just to recap, the main, most important healing properties. Wiltstown, do you recommend for abundance? Oh, what stone do you recommend for abundance? Yes, frankincense is so healing too, especially when you combine it. It's my favorite thing to do, is to combine these healing. You know, do a nice little yoga sequence where you're stimulating your crown chakra while you're diffusing the frankincense, placing it on here. Then you're meditating with the Labradorite, and it's like you're coming at yourself with all angles. So the number one stone I recommend for abundance, which I'll be scoping about next week, is citrine. Sorry about that. Lighting. So the most important properties of Labradorite, that sun's really coming in right now, is that it brings the unconscious to the conscious as you're ready to deal with that and to heal that. And it is protective in a mystical sense. And it is also, most importantly, the stone of magic. It's the stone of magic. So I love it for ceremonies. So do you guys have any other questions regarding labradorite? And it broke in half. Oh no, that's fine if it breaks in half. Sometimes it's just energy. Sometimes it's just, that's just what happens. Sherry, the stone of abundance was citrine or any solar plexus, or green aventurine is, emerald is, but citrine is known as the stone of abundance. Like that's the number one. The thing about citrine is most citrines are heat treated amethyst, just so you know. You want to make sure that, because it does change the healing properties of it, which I don't think I mentioned, that what is in labradorite is sodium, calcium, aluminum silicate, which is another reason I love the crystals, because we're just absorbing those minerals into our skin, which is another reason I started wearing the jewelry, because you can wear them and they look so pretty stacked. So before I go, I should mention, if you do go to thewilltowow.com, my website, you can read Will's whole story. You can see pictures of Will. If you go to the shop button and use MD sale for Mother's Day, you get free shipping, and there's definitely still time. And then if you do thewilltowow.com/win and fill out my 2-question survey, you guys will, oh no, you lost sound. Try the replay at the very end. You guys will be entered to win a free chakra balancing bracelet and a free custom pendant from my partner, Nikia, and she and I have created the Healing Crystal Academy, which we're so excited to reopen it back up in June. Sherry, who just made a comment about her beautiful bracelet, thank you, Sherry, is a graduate of our academy. We're just finishing up and getting out some bonus material, so she can attest that we do more than just give you the crystal stuff. We do all kinds of, we'll teach you the ceremonies and the grids and the elixirs and the yoga and the meditations and just all that fun stuff. So that's where you'll go. All right. Well, thank you guys so much for the hearts and spending some of your Friday evening with me. I appreciate it. And I will be back on Monday to scope about another stone. Sherry, maybe I should scope on citrine, because I'm trying to hit all of my stones. Thank you, Sherry, for saying the course is amazing. I appreciate that. All right, guys, I hope you guys have a fabulous weekend. You are so welcome. Thanks for spending some time with me. I recommend it highly. Yeah, it was a fun course. We also do calls. It's not like you just go online and you take the course, like you interact